Hey guys, it's Megan, and this is my sister Maddie.
Hi.
She's an ESFJ, and I'm an ENFJ, as you probably know. I think that ESFJs get like the worst reputation on like the internet, and so, what are your thoughts on that? What kind of things have you read on the internet about ESFJs?
I haven't really, I don't know.
I mean, I know that you don't read near as much on the internet as I do.
I don't read
But
as
haven't
much.
you, didn't you say that you, have found, bad things about it? Like, ESFJs suck.
I don't know. That's really all I really see. I don't look at it too much. All I can really say is what I see is that they're just the mom. Like, every single, what character is this from, a movie or something? It's always, the mom is the ESFJ.
Yeah. And our mom is an ESFJ.
Mm-hmm.
And do you like being the mom stereotype? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's true. I think it's funny that it's true, but I mean, I like it because it means that you're doing something right.
Yeah. How about this question? What's the most annoying thing about me?
About you. Okay. This will be easier. I think the most annoying thing is how you, I feel like you over-exaggerate, and you don't think you do. But in my eyes, I think that you're over-exaggerating about everything.
You oversimplify things. Do you have a good example?
I don't know. I feel like when we fight, you're trying to keep the fight going.
Mm-hmm.
Almost. And I am not saying anything because I just want to be done. I don't want to fight. I don't really like conflict or confrontation. Yeah. And then you are still trying to, since I'm not saying anything, you get mad.
One of the biggest differences that I've noticed is that ENFJs don't seem to have a problem making a ruckus if it means that some problem's going to get solved and then there'll be a better future, more harmonic future. But ESFJs seem to just kind of shy away from conflict in general, which I think sometimes means that you're going to keep things bottled up and then it's just going to explode someday.
Yeah. That's usually what happens. And it's not good. I do. Yeah.
Do you bottle things up a lot?
Yeah, because I feel like if I talk about it, if I talk about the way I'm feeling, I feel like I'm coming across as annoying, I'm bugging people.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And that's something I don't want to do. I don't want to, get in people's way. I've always, the person that's, together, always, not having to worry about myself. I'm just usually, about others. And when, I'm not okay, it's, I don't know.
Yeah, and a problem that I realize that you have, because you like to host parties, you like to get people together, but then you'll be like, oh no, these two people at my party don't like each other. What should I do? And then that stresses you out because you want to make sure that everyone's having a good time. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I think that's a problem that maybe both of us have. Yeah. Because we don't really know we feel like we have to be in charge of that. Yeah. When we really aren't. It's really not our problem.
Yeah.
So I have a question. It's kind of a two-part question. Part A and B. So, A, growing up, what was, the biggest difference that you remember seeing in us growing up?
Well, I always felt like you would, just cause a ruckus for, no reason. Or cause, a fight with mom.
Yeah.
Cause, or a fight with anyone, really. Not you were fighting, or,
I would stand up for myself and not shut up about it.
Yeah, and you just, pour out your feelings, and it would cause, conflict, really.
Yeah.
Or,
because I think that you threw temper tantrums quite a bit.
I did when I was younger.
You would be like, huh, and then go to your room and slam the door.
Yeah.
And I would be like, hey, I'm right. Hey, listen to me. Hey, stop.
Yeah, I don't get why, when mom or dad would, try to go away from you, you'd follow.
I would follow and be like, hey, you listen to me. I'm not done.
Yeah, that's what you do. And I would just be done. And then,
But then you,
But I also, then again, don't want to let things go at the same way.
What I hate about you is that we'll be, with the whole family or something, and something is clearly bothering you, and you're just like, nothing,
Because I
don't talk to me. And I'm just like, okay, you're obviously, especially when our whole family is a FE user, we all know you're sad.
But I don't want to talk. I don't always want to talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's not necessary.
So you just wish you could just go hide until you're done?
Yeah, until I'm ready to talk. I
I
like being pushed.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're a pusher.
Yeah. Now, what do you think is the biggest difference between us now versus how we were?
I don't know.
I know that you think
Still
I'm messy.
kind of the same thing. You are kind of messy. I feel like you just don't notice things like I notice things. Which is, like, I know we've talked about before, like, I'll notice, like, oh, that, I don't even know, that shirt is supposed to be there, like, something, like,
yeah. You always say that I ruin your bathroom when I come home and visit from college.
Yeah, you just, like, leave it.
What's the most disgusting part about it?
I don't know. I feel like your
hair.
hair.
I leave my you and Mom have said that I leave my tracks everywhere.
You do.
But
She leaves hair everywhere, and she always leaves, like, a half-empty drink.
What do I do to your water bottles that you hate?
Oh my gosh, you drink out of them and, like, leave them and you don't put them back.
What?
Is what she does.
And she thinks I squeeze them and, like, ruin them, and I don't even know.
She's not doing it right.
Like, I've stolen her precious water bottles and
like,
have been keeping them in my room.
Like, my philosophy is, she's done. Do you see all that there? She's finished. So
What's your philosophy, Maddie?
Put it back when you're done.
What?
Yeah.
What's that mean?
It means put it back when you're done. It just keeps everything a lot more.
Something that I think is
organized.
interesting is, so Maddie's 18, and when I turned 18, I started thinking more, where did I come from? Who am I? And, like, I would journal a lot and start reading a lot, and I got into, like, philosophy and astrology and personality types, and what Maddie's done now that she's 18 is she really likes candles. She loves all these different types of fancy lotions that smell good. I like relaxing. She likes to smell good. I like feeling like I'm taking care of myself. She likes comfortable blankets and I don't know. It's like you think that that's like so normal, but to me, I'm like, what? And see, like when you like think like, what's the meaning of life and stuff like that. See, I sometimes have those thoughts, but like I feel like a minute, I'm just like, I'll never know, and then I go do something else. I've never understood how picky you can be though about blankets. Like you don't like the way that mom's blanket or mom's. Yeah, I'm really particular. Yeah. Just in general, I'm really particular. I don't know why. Like some blankets just have a weird feel, and I don't want to lay with it. You just lay with any blanket? Yeah. The weirdest thing about you is like that one time that you decided to make a pumpkin and cheesecake pie, and it was supposed to be 50% pumpkin, 50% cheesecake, and she accidentally put too much of the pumpkin in there. It was still gonna taste good.
No,
it wasn't.
I didn't think it was gonna taste good.
No, it wasn't gonna be as perfect as like it's one of those Pinterest fails thing where it was gonna taste good but it didn't look good. And she just threw it in the oven. She's like, I'm not even gonna eat this. I just ruined everything. Oh my goodness. And it's like, shut up. It doesn't have to be perfect. I feel like things have to be perfect. Because in my opinion, you take small things and then make them seem like a huge deal. Well, you think that I'm making things huge deal, but I think are a huge deal. Yeah, well, usually I don't think they're a huge deal. Like, you'll like worry about things like, what am I gonna be in my life? Like, what in the future? Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what job I'm gonna get. Yeah, but up. I say, don't worry about that right now. You'll figure it out. But will I? I think you will. I say you eat your pie and it'll taste fine. But it's happening right now, so that's what I'm focused on. Oh. Not that I'm not focused on the future, which I definitely do plan ahead with everything. But like, I don't know. You were like, I don't know if you did it so much your senior year, but all through high school, I always found it weird how early you went to bed because you were getting prepared for the next day. Yeah,
I would still prefer to do that, but I don't do that as much anymore.
Because you have a life.
Okay.
Yeah, too many people to see.
Oh my god.
No. Okay, what other question do I have?
How I fit the stereotype as an ESFJ. I'm very organized, and I'm very, like, particular about, like, how things should be and stuff.
She was a student council president, and there'd be all these, like, P types.
There were a lot of ENFPs that I had to work with, and I didn't understand how they could not, like, focus on one thing at a time. I would be like, hey, we need to get this done right now, and they'd get distracted, and that would bug me. But, like, I feel like I would still be able to, like, be in control. I feel like I'm good at, like, with communication and, like, not controlling people is, like, a weird way to say, but, like, I feel like I wouldn't, like, be mean about it. Like, I feel like, for example, like, an ESTJ is like, hey, this is what you should do, like, and they're like, not that they don't think they're being mean. I'm sure that's not their intention, but, like, it can come across as mean.
You like Disney princesses.
I really like Disney.
You like monograms. You're gonna join a sorority.
Does that have to do with
that? Yeah, these are ESFJ stereotypes.
Okay. But something that I feel different about than other ESFJs is I feel like I am better at, like when I know, like, I don't even know, like, a lot of I have a couple ESFJ friends, and they'll always, like, tweet sad things and, like,
seeking attention
and, like, looking, I don't know, like, and maybe,
like, please love me.
Yeah, like,
bad unhealthy ENFJs and unhealthy ESFJs, I think, do that. They just, once they have a feeling, they need to put it on Twitter.
Yeah, and I don't get that. Like, I'm much more like, don't talk to me about it until, like, I'm ready to talk about it. But, like, I feel like that can be anyone, but
I think that you keep your feelings in, and maybe at an unhealthy amount for an FE user sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I think that you maybe want to talk to people about your feelings more than you do, but you just don't want to bother anyone.
Yeah, that's my thing. I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to bother people.
Yeah.
And, like, for a while, I guess, like, she had thought that maybe, like, I was an ISFJ.
Yeah,
but
you always wanted your alone time so much more.
Yeah, I did.
But it was only because you enjoy being at home, which is, I think, like an SJ thing. They like home.
Yeah. But I'm not an I. Like, whenever, I have realized a lot, like, this summer, like, when I'm not around, like, people, when I'm alone, like, I'm sad. Like, I just like interaction. I like being around people. Sometimes I'm really envious of ENFPs just because, like, they can be so, like, spontaneous and, like,
everyone loves
them and, like, understandable. Not that I don't like them, but, like, they're just so fun. They're able to go with the flow. Like, I can't go with the flow.
I think the hardest
thing... I wish I could. I really do.
I think the hardest thing for both of us, ENFJ or ESFJs, when we see ENFPs, is that everyone loves them so much, but it doesn't seem like they try as hard, which they do try hard and they do care just as much, but they aren't showing that FE effort toward and, like, loyalty towards someone. And so you're like, you aren't even trying, you aren't even showing that you care.
I feel that way about, like, ENTPs too, like, especially, like, in school and stuff, because
they don't have to try.
They don't have to try. They're, like, so smart.
Yeah.
But then, like, they can't remember what they had for breakfast. Like, I don't
know why that's your big thing, is that you just don't understand why people can't remember what they had for breakfast.
That's not really my big thing. It's just, that's just my example I pull out, because, like, they can't remember, like, in general, like, little things that, like, I'm like, duh.
My dad, who I mentioned earlier is an ENFJ, he always is like, Maddie, you know the words to every song, and thinks that that's really weird. What? So yeah, she, I guess, knows.
I'm just good. I think I'm good at remembering. Like, I was in high school, I took anatomy, and it was hard for me because like the whole like sciencey thing is hard for me. But the reason I passed it is because I would just remember like, oh yeah, that bone kind of sounds like this word. So that's how I remembered, and then, but I didn't know why like anything was anything with the science and stuff.
Do you think you had would you say you have a photographic memory?
Yeah, I would say. I think I have a good memory.
Okay, so we always say like ESFJs can't entertain like a lot of the complaint is like you guys aren't deep. You don't know how to talk about theories and stuff. Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, that's true. Like, but like some can't. Like, they like to talk about what interests them.
Yeah.
And some things are harder.
Would you say that it's not that you can't talk about theories, you just don't see the point?
I don't. Yeah, that would be true. Like,
yeah.
Some things like I'm just like, well, I'll never know. I'll never figure it out. Some things people just don't know, and like I get that people do like to talk about it more and like get into what they think.
Do you think that it distracts people from getting the job done? Or?
Yeah, that's what I would say, definitely.
And
I'm like, okay, but we have other things to do. That's happening now.
What kind of things?
I don't
know. Laundry?
My laundry? I don't know. Got something to do with work or with something you have to do?
Well, yeah, I think that the thing is that people don't give ESFJs enough credit because they think, okay, understanding theories, that's like if you're smart or if you're not smart. That has nothing to do with type. It's like, do you want to talk about it is the other question. And also, I think that a lot of people talk about how ESFJs just kind of follow the crowd and don't act like themselves. That's like a huge thing. Like ENFJs are kind of called that too.
I wouldn't say. I think
that.
I think that they just want to be accepted.
Yeah,
is really the thing.
And
that's a shame that like some people like. I feel like I'm myself.
Do you think that peer pressure is especially hard?
Yeah, I do though. I do.
You have said before about like North Face and monograms and Frozen about how people that hate on it for no reason. Well, how stupid do you think?
I think it's stupid because like if people like stuff like and it's like too mainstream or something, like get over it. Like it's the if you don't like it, that's cool. Go like it or go not like it.
Do what you want.
Do what you want. Like if people like something, like just let them like it. Like I don't know, what was I don't know. Like if the kid in the corner reading the book like in his theories or I don't know, he doesn't like monograms.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
Like that I don't know. Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Like
I think that it's really stupid because I know people.
It's almost like if you're a grown man, like I hate like Barbies. Like it's not for you.
Someone else can like it. Something else I think is interesting about you is that I think that your tertiary NE is really good, but you just don't care about it. Like, you hang out with a lot of ENFP and ENTPs where you'll be like, nah, and like joke around and stuff. Or you'll use it for like your idea, coming up with themes for Stuco.
Yeah. I feel like that's like just kind of something that I like about myself because like it's like I can be like nah, like joking around, but then I'm able to like
that's basically NE in a nutshell. Yeah.
But then like I feel like I'm good at like switching like okay, now I need to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
I felt like when I was younger, like I would like I'd want to talk, but I can never get a word in. So like I think that kind of made me like keep things in more. But like I feel like if I was older, like I wouldn't be that way. But like
I feel really guilty about that too.
No, it's okay
because
like, but
Mom would be like, "So, how was your day at school?" And I'd be like, "Blah blah 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 blah. I have a crush on this guy, and he touched my elbow today, and blah blah blah." And you'll just be like, and like eat a snack and go to your room.
Yeah, because that's how I kind of felt when I was little. Like I couldn't get a word in,
but you also never tried, so
I would try sometimes. But then I just figured out like this is how it is. This is the tradition.
Oh, but then now I went to college, and Mom's just like, How was your day? Did you make any friends? What's up? And then you're like, still, the tradition is to be like, let's go to your room.
No, I talk to her sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, I see, like we said, our mom is an ESFJ. And, like, she annoys me so much sometimes.
And do you think it's because you're the same?
But I know I'm the same way.
You weren't super small talky like I think some ESFJs are. Do you think you're good at it? You just seem to hate it.
I think that I can do it. But sometimes I think it's, like, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, like, I don't always think I think it's stupid with the grocery clerk. Like,
my grandma's an ESFJ too, and my mom is turning into her. Perfectly.
But I know I will.
You will too. You'll start to be so lonely that you'll want to talk to the grocery clerk.
Yeah.
Because you'll have a husband and maybe some kids, and you'll just want to talk to someone.
Yeah. So don't
you'll
hate
talk to the grocery clerk.
I say don't hate, even though like it's not my personal favorite thing. Don't hate on ESFJs for small talking. They just want someone to talk.
To be loved.
Yeah, like don't.
They're bored. Nobody talks to them at home because all they want to talk about is all the crap they have to do when they're around the house. Nobody wants to talk to them because they'll be like, hey, like tomorrow I'm going to vacuum.
The thing is, they just want to be loved, like just like everyone, like I think in the end does. But like,
hey, I made some food. Will you please eat some now? That's what they do. That's my impersonation. And I think that something else, like the main difference is ESFJs will be like, are you cold? Are you hungry? And I'm just like, do you know who you are? Do you feel safe in this world? What do you want to be when you grow up? Are you okay? Like,
yeah, I feel like I'm more about like making people comfortable, like in the.
Mm-hmm. Something else I think is a huge difference is that like when you were going through a breakup or when I was going through like a breakup or like a big fight, and my dad, our ENFJ dad, will not really care. Like he will care, but he'll know we're gonna be okay. Like he's not gonna freak out about it.
Yeah.
But ESFJs care so much about like the sensory, like they don't really see the future at all, I think. And so mom will be like, oh my god, are you okay? I wish there's something I could do. Like I would be off at school and she'd be like, I just wish that I can bring you something, and it's like there's nothing. It annoys me, I think, the most because there is nothing tangible that you can do to make it better.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I struggle with too, like with my friends or like anyone, like when they're like upset about something and like all I want to do is help them, but I can't. I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
That just bugs me. Like I wish that there was something I could do, like, but there isn't. And
there's been times I've given you like unwanted advice because that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like I remember you were going through a breakup and I was just like, you only can find happiness in yourself, not in another person. And you're just like, shut up, don't talk to me. And I was like, I don't care. I'm your sister. You're going to listen to this and you're going to find happiness in yourself. Because I am not going to care. Or like, if you're like crying in your room, I'm going to be like, whatever, this lesson is going to help her somehow. Do you not think of things like that?
No, I want to help them now.
It's like,
usually.
I think that if someone is crying or, I'm just like, okay, they need to express that. They'll get over that sooner or later.
Crying, I want to help people.
And I also have a question for you is, okay, for me, when I'm crying or if I'm upset about something, the most annoying thing is how I'm so aware at how temporary my emotions are. Like, I don't, I feel like you ESFJs think that this is going to last forever.
Yeah.
When they're upset. I'm just annoyed and it makes me even more mad when I'm upset because I'm like, this is so stupid. This is only going to last for like a little bit. Tomorrow I'll be fine. Why do I care?
See, yeah, when I'm upset, like, I get more upset thinking, like, why am I upset? Like, why am I freaking out right now? Everyone, like, I should be able to handle this. I should be able to take care of myself, but I can't. And then that makes me think it'll last forever.
Yeah.
That's what makes me most upset.
Because you do, like, wonder if it's, like, maybe a pattern that will continue?
Yeah.
Oh. I like how you really hold your own and are smart. And you don't really care. Like, you do care what people think about you, but you aren't going to change your interests for them. And I think I'm like that too. That is like all EFJs need to get to that point. Because if you start changing yourself in order to get friends, they aren't going to be real friends.
Yeah.
Anyways.